The following is a special presentation of KDOW. Money Pulse. Monitoring the heartbeat of money. From Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet. Now here's your host, Dynasti E Young.
All right, I'm sitting here today with Gonzalo from Clever Tech. Think your business tech is running smooth. Well, Gonzalo's got some stuff to share today, some of his insights, innovations, and just things he's been working on. Thank you for joining us, Gonzalo. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So Clever Tech, is this like smarter IT, real solutions, or can you tell me a little bit about Clever Tech?
Yeah, we have a great team that's been doing tech for a really long time. We started originally with hardware, specializing in hardware and being the repair shop. So if a break fix company that you took your device to couldn't repair your device, they'd usually outsource it to us, or we'd work with them to help them kind of get to that next step. So we really started with hardware for a really long time, and we've gradually started tackling a lot more IT infrastructure for organizations. And that's what we've been doing for like the past 3 years. The hardware side, we really specialized for about 7 out of those 10 years. Yeah, and luckily we've had the same team since the beginning. So it's been awesome to see everybody kind of grow around me.
Yeah, that's great. So Clever Tech, as I understand, it's a brick and mortar, right? You actually have a location as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're based out of San Jose. A lot of the remote stuff that we do is a lot of the support that we do is remote, but we definitely do some on-sites in the case that's needed.
So for just your brick and mortar specifically, if I'm somebody that has a business and I'm having some issues with, I don't know, data retrieval or some of my devices are not working properly, is this something I could bring to you?
Yeah. Usually when you're working with, like, from my experience, like previous managed service providers or people that handle your IT infrastructure, they really do shy away from the hardware side of things. So I believe that's pretty unique of us to be able to do the extremely deep level, like data recovery down to component level repairs, and also offer that IT side of support.
So you really don't have any restrictions. You're actually like the full package, IT, internal and hardware, all in one.
Yeah. We're specializing in Mac for a really long time, but honestly, the past 3 to 4 years, it's been mostly Windows-based devices. So we definitely have a full scope of the whole shebang.
Amazing. It sounds like you guys have years of experience, and like you said, with the same team growing together, and you guys have really talented engineers that are on the team as well.
Yeah, we definitely call each other out, if one of us is slacking, and I think time kind of allows you to do that too, is like be able to communicate with your team.
Like a
not
real
ruthless,
person.
but like, yeah.
I get it.
Be honest with one another.
Accountability is key for sure.
Yeah.
What kinds of organizations do you typically work with for the IT support and the hardware support services that you do in the Bay Area?
Yeah, so for the hardware side, it's a majority individuals, right? People that their devices are broken and they're coming in, or their IT department can't handle the hardware side, so they do bring it in. We've had clients from everywhere, especially being here in the Bay Area. So it's like Netflix clients, all kinds, Comcast, big names, news organizations. Usually their IT department doesn't handle the hardware side of things. So it's been interesting seeing that. And then when it comes to the IT support space, we've really jumped into variations of attorneys, if that's like criminal attorneys or injury a wide scope for real estate. Um, yeah.
Okay, that is great. So if you're just tuning in, I'm here with Gonzalo from Clever Tech. We're talking about services, IT. He handles the hardware. He does all of it. He's the full package. He'll come to you, supporting your business. And if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, Gonzalo, what's the best way to get a hold of you or reach out for your services?
Yeah, call our office number. I'm usually in. If not, I'm very close by. Our office number is 408-316-7600. And you could also email our support email, and that gets to all of us, support@iclevertech.com.
So call in at 408-316-7600. And the
Mhm.
email again,
Is
Gonzalo?
support@iclevertech.com.
Support@iclevertech.com. Oh, that's great. Thanks so much. So what does it look like when a business meets with you for the first time? Like, what's your process? What's your onboarding or what's your consulting kind of look like for our listeners to kind of get a better grip of that?
Yeah, we usually have like a pretty big list to audit, but we'd like to see what technologies are already in place, understand what those different pieces are doing, right? If a client's having to store data for a long period of time, if is that cloud, is that on premises, and what are they using to kind of solve that solution? Really try to understand where the pain points are. Um, Also what vendors they're using. Sometimes there's a lot more economical options if that's having to do with your internet service provider, person that manages, or not person, but the technologies that managing your voice systems and stuff like that. So really understanding the organization, what are all the moving pieces, and where economically we could save them costs, but also where are some blind spots that they may not be thinking of.
So Clever Tech support really does pay for itself over and over. It sounds like you guys are even willing to give some call outs on saving money and being more efficient. That's wonderful. What I hear is it kind of sounds like people reach out to you once it's kind of too late, once there's kind of a mess to clean up. Is that correct?
That's usually the case. Either they've been hit with some ransomware attack, or maybe they lost some data, and where we're trying to figure that out, right? So some big mistakes are like cloud-based backups. They believe Dropbox or Google Drive are doing backups, and unfortunately, if it's deleted there, it's deleted everywhere, right? You can't reach out to Dropbox and ask them like, "Hey, I accidentally deleted this file. Where is it at?" Or one of my employees made a revision that they shouldn't have. How do I go back and get the previous revision? So it's like understanding where those blind spots are really, and really trying to find either economical or a solution that works for that client.
Money Pulse, KDOW's financial news magazine, monitoring the heartbeat of money from Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet. You're listening to Money Pulse on AM 1220 KDOW.
Everyone, this is Gonzalo Martinez, owner at Clever Tech. And you can reach him at 408-316-7600 or email him at support@iclevertech.com. You can also visit their website, iclevertech.com, or visit them in person at 1150 Murphy Ave, Suite 205 in San Jose. What would you tell our listeners, business owners, or people that are, in charge, instead of waiting till there's a huge problem, what are some red flags? What are some warning signs that people should look out for prior to the big explosion of a problem? Like IT related, like anything that you could give some advice on as far as, if you see this, you may want to call us. And I understand you guys do give a free audit. Is that correct?
Yeah. And I think too, like if you have somebody in place, right? If you have someone that's managing your IT infrastructure, having a monthly call a quarterly call minimum to find out what are the latest technologies out there, how they're affecting you. Um, is there any kind of like cybersecurity awareness training being taken, right? Are you having those kind of conversations with your existing provider? Um, Damn, give me a call. Like we could talk about it. I wouldn't mind chatting and kind of just educating people of what's going on. A big one that I've been playing around with recently is so a lot of like the antivirus solutions out there that are commercially available, they're usually comparing like to a list of known malware out there. So if you download something and it's on their list, they'll quarantine it or flag it, right? But if it's not on that list, like how is your cybersecurity solution really preventing unknowns from entering your organization, right? And nowadays with artificial intelligence, there's actually patterns that you could train those cybersecurity solutions to notice, like, hey, there's this PDF that you downloaded and it's acting like a virus, right? And quarantining that, right? Like a PDF should just download on your computer and you should be able to open it up. It shouldn't be writing scripts in the background or making changes to your computer. So yeah, just having fun conversations like that, uh, and really educating everyone on what's going on out there.
So it sounds like it's really important to be in communication regularly with your people that are dealing with these systems and using them daily.
Yeah.
And call Gonzalo, at Clever Tech for a free audit. It doesn't hurt anything. You just might uncover some things that can save them money or prevent a cybersecurity emergency or headache.
Yeah.
And that's at 408-316-7600. You can also visit them at iCleverTech.com. iCleverTech.com. So, Gonzalo, this is all really great information. So a lot of people are working from home. There's still kind of, some are transitioning into, hybrid now and things like that. What other risks or concerns would we have as business owners or directors or anything? Like, would I worry about certain things happening at somebody's house working remotely versus in the office?
Yeah, you definitely want to have things in place, right? Like VPNs, especially if these users are accessing sensitive information from the organization or even organizations' databases, right? If they're logging in and remoting into certain systems, like those networks should be protected, right? There's all kinds of crazy tools out there. Well, I mean, I like to have fun with them sometimes, just playing around, seeing what's available, but there's a lot more tools available to hack like home networks fairly easily now. There's like fun little toy games that you could just walk around and train this artificial intelligence module to learn and hack home Wi-Fi addresses and stuff like that. Like it's gotten pretty crazy and not a lot of people are having these types of conversations and really understanding what that landscape looks like.
Wow. Yeah, I actually went on a cruise and I brought my work computer and I purchased the secured internet and made sure I had passwords and was very careful and logged in my VPN, and I was still compromised.
Damn.
It was terrible, and I could have used you at the moment. I got a big hand slap, I'm sure, on the hand from my security people. And I even took all the precautionary steps, I thought. Is this
Yeah, I
something
mean,
you see a lot?
yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. Like people could mock, like copy SSIDs. So the name of the Wi-Fi address to make it look like something similar, and
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So especially if you're going on site to the office or even your home network if you accidentally connect to something. I guess a lot of it's education, right? Having like regular education for all your employees and letting them know like what's out there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's so important. I definitely had to take a course a couple times, like anti-phishing
Mhm.
courses and how to detect those um, mock URLs and things
Yeah,
like that,
and
how to
social
detect
engineering
danger.
is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, gosh, if people don't have stuff in place, then they can completely be compromised. And that is a huge concern for a business person and for an owner. I mean, that could just be the loss of your entire legacy. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it happen. It's pretty horrible.
So you offer a very consultative approach in your way. You're very good to talk to, easy to talk to. How does that differ from like a traditional IT support space? What sets you guys
Huh.
apart? I mean, I can feel it already, but I'd love for you to kind of speak to that. What sets you apart from all these other guys, aside from being a full suite, hardware and IT support internal? You guys do it all. What else do you bring to the table?
That is something that we have been getting quite a bit of good feedback on. And I until I jumped into the IT support side of things, I didn't see it so I guess I did see it in the hardware side of things, but w- since the beginning we really worked hard to please and do well by our work. You could tell from our Google reviews and our Yelp reviews, like we've gotten extremely great feedback. Um, and we've just brought that level of customer service to the IT support, really providing that white glove service. Um, and and the team, I guess we do a pretty good job training as well, how to communicate with clients, how to be empathetic, um, and really will listen in to what they're asking and just trying to find the best solution for them. Um, so when you call in, you get extremely friendly people answering the phone and really wanting to help out.
That's great. Nothing's worse than calling for support and getting like an
The
inconvenience
grunts.
tone,
Yeah.
like, oh, why are you calling me? Well, oh, I need you. For our business owners listening right now, what's the first step they should take to get started with Clever Tech or take advantage of that free audit that you guys offer?
Yeah, give us a ring. We have a long list to go through, and we could just coordinate a time to either make a visit if you're local, or jump on a phone call with a point of contact and go through your systems and really understand what makes your company tick and where are the pain points and just give you some advice on what can be improved.
So call in at 408 316 7600. Thanks so much. This has been so interesting. And I know people are starting to think about their systems and, hey, maybe it's probably fine. If you're thinking that, think again. Like we said, pick up the phone, talk to Gonzalo or one of his team members. They're friendly, they're insightful. They'll give you a free audit and give you some free advice on what you can um, fix or improve, to optimize the bottom line and make more money, make sure your processes are efficient and safe. Anything else you want to say to the audience, Gonzalo, before we let you go today?
Just that I love to have a talk and really understanding business. I'm a business owner myself, so I really love the business side of things, and that might be something that I bring to the table as well. And I enjoy having conversations of IT and business, so it's really I'm excited to be able to chat with So some new peeps.
Some like-minded folks with the business
Yeah.
brain. I love it. So Gonzalo, thank you again. Everyone, this is Gonzalo Martinez, owner at Clever Tech, and you can reach him at 408 316 7600 or email him at support@iclevertech.com. You can also visit their website, iclevertech.com, or visit them in person at 1150 Murphy Ave, Suite 205 in San Jose. Thank you so much, Gonzalo, for joining us.
Thanks.
It was fun. I really appreciate it.
This has been Money Pulse, KDOW's financial news magazine, monitoring the heartbeat of money from Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet.
This is Dynasti E Young. Thanks so much for listening. If you're interested in being on my show, please give me a call at 408-761-0150. Or you can email me at dynasty@salemsf.com. That's DYNASTIY @salemsf.com. Thanks so much for listening.